Alright guys, I'm going to walk you through making the second part of the case. You seem to like me talking you through the steps rather than following a PowerPoint, so I'm going to try and do it this way for the next couple pieces. If you did everything correctly when you made the top part of the case, you should have saved at some point when you had the basic shape of the full case still there. So you're going to open up the one that you saved as your case bottom, and it just has the full thing there. And what I'm going to do is just like when I made the top, I'm going to make the bottom, but I'm going to split it and just cut the opposite piece off. So I'm going to go split, trim solid, I'll select my face, and now I want to trim off in this direction. I can click OK, and it trims that off for me. I'm going to rotate this around. Doesn't lag on me too much. Alright, from there I'm going to draw a sketch. So I'm going to do a 2D sketch. Click on this face. And I'm going to make a rectangle, basically going from point to point to point to point and back. Those points are just the center points of the fillets that you have there. Once I have that, I'm going to add in the fillets. Alright, the top ones are going to be 4. So top. And the bottom ones are going to be 8. So same as the phone, same as the top part of the case that we already cut out. Now I'm going to finish sketch. I'm going to do extrude. I'm going to select the profile. I'm going to do cut. You rotate it a little bit. Make sure I'm cutting in. Alright, now the depth is going to be 34 millimeters. Alright, now that cuts it out there. Now I'm going to do another sketch. I'm going to line to the same edge. I'm going to use offset. Zoom in on one part. I'm going to select the, you can do inside, outside, doesn't really matter. I'm going to pull it in. You can't just type in the distance, you just have to place it, and then you can add in a dimension. I go from the outside to the offset one I just made, pull it over. The distance I want is 1 millimeter. Now from there, I only need parts of the offset, so basically all the outside I can delete the fillets. All I'm going to be left with is the inside curve and fillets. And go across here, get the other side. Alright, now I just connect from one corner to the other. Do the same thing on this side. Alright, now I'm going to round these corners with a 0.5 millimeter fillet. So 0.5. Click on one, click on the other, rounds it for me. Come back over, select the two, and rounds them. Alright, now I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude, click the profile, and the top half had this profile extended out. This one I'm going to cut in so that they can interlock with each other. So it's going to be cut, and it's going to be 20 millimeters deep. Alright, if you rotate it, it makes it a little bit easier to see the inside edge. Make sure that's cut into it. Now I'm going to cut some holes in the bottom. You want to be able to hear the music come out, so two of them are going to be kind of cutouts for the speaker, and there's going to be one for the charging port. Alright, yours shouldn't lag. I'm running a couple things at once here. Alright, I'm going to do a 2D sketch, align to that face. Now we're going to do the speaker holes first. They're going to be ellipses. To make it easier, I'm going to draw some lines I'm then going to end up deleting. So let me zoom in on one side. So from this center point, I'm going to come in 8 millimeters. And then from that 8 millimeters, I'm going to come over another 4.5. Alright, the 8 millimeters is the center point, how far in it is. And then the 4.5 is the radius of this side of the ellipse. Going the other way, it's already centered because I went from the midpoint, so I just need to come up the distance, which is 2.5 for the height. If I dimension this here to the top, should be 6.15. Like I said, if you come from the center point, you don't have to do that or worry about it. If you don't, then you actually have to draw it in. Alright, now I'm going to do ellipse. I'm going to select my center point. I'll drag out one measurement and then the other. Place it, and then I can come back and get rid of the extra random lines. Now we're going to do another one, same thing on the other side. You could draw it from scratch again, but I'm going to use mirror. Mirror in here, you do need a line. So I'll just draw a line here at the midpoint. And you can go top to bottom or center down, doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to do mirror. I'm going to select my object I want to mirror. Select my mirror line, should be here. Apply. And makes a copy, one to each side. And then I'm done. Don't forget to delete that one random line. Alright, the slot for the charging is going to be a rectangle. I'm just going to make a rectangle. It's going to be changed in size. I'm going to pull up the dimension. The horizontal dimension is going to be 25 millimeters. Oh, jumped out. Let me add in the dimensions here just so it keeps those in place and doesn't want to shift them out. Alright, so let me go here to the center point. I want it centered up, left to right, so half of 25 is going to be 12.5. Oh, let me place it, 12.5. Now let me come back and change the size to 25. There we go. Now it's centered left to right, the height. And we get the actual height in here. The height should be 4. Again, I gotta click to place it, getting ahead of myself. There's 4. Now I want to center it top to bottom, so center point to line. If it's centered up, it should be 2 because the whole thing is 4. Now I'm going to round the corners. I'm going to use fillet. The fillet size is going to be 2 millimeters. You're going to do the top and the bottom. We're doing an older style iPhone, so it looks more like the 30 pin or wide plug-in, not the new Lightning one for all the fancy dancy ones you have now. Alright, once you have it, you can come back, delete the dimensions. You won't really need them. We're not moving anything, so they shouldn't get in the way. If I zoom out, that's what the end view should look like. Then I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude. I'm going to select 1, 2. Let me try it again, make sure I click the right spots. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm going to cut. That changes my direction. The distance in I'm going to cut is going to be 10 millimeters. So enter, and then I have those that are cut through the whole way front to back. Once you do that, if you want to change the properties, basically the look of it, you can. You can change it to whatever you want. If I right click on the name of it, go to iProperties, physical, change it from generic. I'm feeling fancy today, so I'll make it gold. Okay, and then you can see it. Let me hit escape to deselect it. Hit my home view, it'll line up. I can zoom in, check it out. But your material doesn't have to be the same as mine. You can change it to whatever you want. Once you have that, just do a regular save because you already have it saved as your case bottom, and then you will be good for this step. So hopefully you could follow along with that. Good luck, and next we will assemble the thing. So we're going to add all 3 parts together in an assembly drawing, which should hopefully be easier than the assembly drawings we did in AutoCAD.